just trying to spread a little Yuletide fear.
Yeah. What is going on? Ho, ho, hoes.
Man.
Oh, man. What is going on? Reggie, man, you've been knocking them out of the park, my friend. You've been knocking them out of the park with these suggestions. You have not stirred us wrong here on the Movie Dojo Army.
Not yet.
Every single movie has been fire, son. That's right. We have in the house the Reggie, who is radical. That's right. Hanging out with Samurai Guy today on a Cult Classic Review. That's right. The new series Reggie motivated me to start. And I can't wait to do more of these with him. But let's see who is in the house. Who is here? Which sleigh bells are ringing? We're from the Movie Dojo Army here. We got Gilbert in the house. What's going on, brother? Certified Badass channel member. Jake Hall in the house. Heather, what's going on? Bob Odin's son. The sexy sumo is here. Oh, here we go. Nothing says Christmas like Goldberg kicking ass. Now, before we get into Goldberg, were you a fan of Goldberg as a wrestler before this movie came out?
Not at first, man, because he went against my faction, which was the NWO. So,
right.
I mean, Goldberg was pretty much for himself, actually. He wasn't really... Yeah, he was more of a baby face with an attitude, but he went against the NWO, and that was like a no-go for me. So I didn't really like him at first. I didn't like Goldberg, actually, until he got to WWE. That's when I really started liking him. Yeah.
There you go. NWO, son, for life.
That's right.
Wolfpack, son. What y'all know about? Y'all don't know about the Wolfpack? That's right. That's the OGs right there. I was the same thing. I was exactly the same thing with you. Like I got it. I got why Goldberg was popular. He had the look, he had the physique, he had a great theme music. That was one thing they actually botched in WWE. Was Goldberg's theme song was like,
yeah, it was like. Well, when they did the promotion for it, it was good. It was the regular music, and then they changed it to this other stuff. I was like, what?
Yeah. I was like, what is this, man? So, it was terrible, man. I remember when there was all this anticipation of him versus The Rock, and then the crowd was anxious. I remember we bought that pay-per-view, and the crowd was anxious to see Goldberg come out, and they played this other version of his song, and then like killed the crowd for like temporarily. Like
they did.
The crowd was kind of like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, you gotta do the regular music. That's how you bring them in.
Yeah. But yeah, I totally get why he was popular and he's a legend and all that stuff. Of course, I'm gonna have to choose Stone Cold Steve Austin over Goldberg, but to each his own. Everybody's got their favorite wrestler for sure. But I'm gonna have to say, around this time, wasn't really necessarily the biggest Goldberg fan, and when I saw this movie on the shelf, I was like, what is this garbage? Like instantly, I was like, what the fuck is this garbage? Goldberg is playing Santa? Now, I've already been scarred, okay? Have you seen Santa with muscles, son, with Hulk Hogan, right? I've already been scarred. All right. I barely made it through that movie, right? But I was like, what is this? Is this Goldberg playing a Santa with the poster didn't look great either. Like the poster, you guys could see it in the thumbnail for the video. Like the poster was kind of whack.
I didn't even know it was Goldberg at first. I looked at it. I was at the store. I was at a Blockbuster Video, and I was looking. I said, what the heck is this? And then I said, wait a minute, Bill Goldberg. And I was like, whoa, okay, let me give this a chance. That's what saved it. But I barely saw it because his name is so small on the cover.
Right.
So like you could barely see it unless you really look at it. So
yeah. And let me go ahead and bring up IMDb for a second here because I want to give a shout out to the director here. But I basically rented the movie to make fun of it. I was like, oh, this has got to be garbage. So I rented it to me and my friends, and Lady Fabula could just like rip it to shreds. And man, by the end of it, bro, we were laughing our ass off. I was like, dude, we did not expect it to be like actually legitimately funny. And at the time, here's the director, David Steinman. So shout out to David. What's crazy though, man, is I looked up David's work, and dude, this is his only movie.
That's the only one?
That's it. I'm like, God damn it. The last cult classic review we did, the phenomenal female actress that led that movie, that was her only movie. And now this time, the director, this is his only movie he actually directed. It's like, God damn it, man. I wish he would have made more films here for sure. But yeah, man, dude, we were not expecting it to be legitimately funny. And again, I wasn't a big, huge Goldberg fan at the time, but I have to admit, man, he crushed it in this role. He killed it. And I'm perfectly fine. I have absolutely no issues with Goldberg playing a killer Santa, going around blowing up kids and stabbing motherfuckers. Like I had no, like that was like the joy and the fun of the movie. Really was him rampaging, like just destroying everyone. And we were like, and there was like some legitimately funny moments, and he was actually funny. Another fun fact with the film is Andy Chang did the martial arts and fight choreography and stunts and stuff like that. And I was like, what? Like, because I was going through the whole entire cast and crew on IMDb, and I was like, Andy Chang? And I saw his name in the credits, and he's done like Andy Chang just recently did, you know, the stunt work and fight choreography. He helped out a little bit with Shang-Chi, Marvel's movie that just came out. So he's one of the big time players. So that's right, son. Santa's sleigh of all movies got street cred, son. What?
Nice.
It's got street cred, man. I was like, what the hell? Oh man. But yeah, man, really was busting up. Oh, we got the fluffy gamer in the house. What's going on, brother? Adam Evans, AJ in the house. Christopher. Oh my goodness, this is the movie where he met his wife. Look at that. All right, wow. Check that out. All right, shout out to Christopher there. Okay. But yeah, man, let's get into it. So yeah, this really caught us off guard. Like we were like, we're gonna destroy this fucking movie. We rented it. We were like, we're gonna kill it, and we were sitting there like looking at each other like, dude, this is actually kind of funny. Like, and we were like enjoying ourselves. Like, really caught us off guard. But go ahead.
You know what's funny, man? When I watched it again today, I didn't get that old feeling like I did when I saw it like back when it first came out. Okay. I don't know. I feel weird. Like I didn't feel the same way about it. I feel like I don't know. We'll see. We'll go through it. We'll go through it.
I know what ranking you're gonna rank. Okay, interesting.
No, I might not. I just needed to feel how I felt when I saw it the first, like when it's first. Years when it came out. When I saw it again, I was like,
oh no! This might be alone today. It's all good.
This is the only thing I have with it. I can think
good.
of. I
think I know what it is, but go ahead.
It started to drag towards the end. It didn't need to be as long as it was. They could have shortened it up. That's it.
Yeah, that was my nitpick. Was that the first half, which we'll get into, is amazing. The first half is amazing. And it just the second half, it did kind of it wasn't as exciting or as fun. You could still enjoy it. There's still some funny moments.
I mean, they get the kids a lot of screen time, which was nice. But
yeah,
like I said, you needed the movie is about Goldberg and being a crazy. Right. So you want to focus more on him as much as you can. If you can't, you don't want to like stretch it out because it just waters it down a little bit.
Right. Okay. I think I know where both of us is going to end up with our three rankings.
Right.
That we'll go into. But yeah, I rewatched it yesterday myself, and that's how I felt. Like the second half, still fun. Did kind of it just wasn't as amazing as this first half of the movie. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it here. So first of all, I'm gonna let you talk about this dinner scene, man. Like the dinner scene. I mean, go ahead.
So the movie starts out strong. You know, they have a lot of like A-list actors, at least at the time when this movie came out. I forget his name, James Caan.
James Caan, yeah.
James Caan, sorry. Yeah. He's in the movie. All right, he's the father. Fran Drescher's in there. And they threw in that laugh that she does that is so annoying to me. Like, I can't believe they added that in. But anyways, they're all at the dinner table. Rebecca Gayheart was in there too. I had a crush on her when I was a teen.
I think everybody did.
Yeah, I know,
right? Chris
Kattan
Kattan was there.
He's in there. Yeah. And pretty much they're all like about to celebrate Christmas. But you can tell the family has its problems. They don't really get along that well. And right when they're about after they say grace, they see something in the chimney, and it started a little rumbling, and all of a sudden you see some legs come down, and it's Bill Goldberg as Santa Claus. It's crazy. You know, if you see somebody like that coming through your house like that, you're gonna be tripped out. And if Fran Drescher, that's when Fran Drescher does like Santa, and she does that laugh, like, oh, God.
Yeah, I know, that cringeworthy laugh, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, it's like there's little things before the carnage. There's little things to set up how horrible the family is. The whole family's terrible, like except for Rebecca Gayheart. You know, Chris Kattan over here, like blatantly cheating, blatantly having an affair in front of, you know,
the husband and everything like that. You know, that was crazy. And then
there's the other two daughters. Do you remember their prayer before they say this?
Thanks for not making us poor or Samoan. I'm like, what the hell? What the heck?
I got something against Polynesians. What's up with that? Santa sleigh. What's up with that? But I was laughing. I was laughing though because it was so random. Thank you, God, for us not being poor. They said something else. They said, and thank you for and for those, and also we're praying for those that are less fortunate that they work harder.
Wow,
was in the prayer.
They really let you know what's going on. I think Rebecca Gayheart and James Caan were the only characters that were kind of maybe relatable somehow at that table.
Yeah, a little bit.
But anyway, so pretty much when he comes to the chimney like that, he pretty much let it know that he means business. The little dog that she had, he gives that dog a kick, and that dog flies. And that dog flies, man. It's hilarious. And pretty much, man, he just goes off on him, man. He attacks the father first, stabs his hands to the table, and this is brutal, man. It's like, whoa, what the heck?
He did that little flip roll on the table first.
You know, and then I think he attacked Fran Drescher's character first. He gave her a little flamethrower, you know, burned her up a little bit. And that's not even how she got. That's not even how she got like how she checked out. You know, there's something for her later. But then one of the daughters flipped out and she fainted in the chair, and she falls back and spiked to the neck. She's gone. It's like, dude, this is insane.
Yeah.
Then what's his character's name? Chris's character, which was Jason. He tried to act like he was tough, and maybe he felt a little adrenaline. He's upset or whatever like that. He didn't look us. He looked goofy, and he got that Goldberg back kick right into the clock. And that's a signature move that Goldberg would do in the matches sometimes. You know, he got killed from that. You know, the impact. I was like, dang, dude. And pretty much he returned his attention to Fran Drescher and gave her a little drowning in the eggnog. That was a big bowl of eggnog, man. That's gross. Like how big it was. Like, who's gonna drink all that? Like, what were they thinking?
Rich people,
yeah, man. So he drowned her in that. I think one of the daughters tried to run. I can't remember if it was before that, but he grabbed the star and threw it in her back, and I guess that was it for her because he's so strong. You know, probably hit her spinal cord. So that was it for her. And then he focuses his attention on no. Rebecca Gayheart's character. She said, "I've been good."
Yeah,
he still whacked her with the trick.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, she got bonked.
I've been good. Crack. And then this opening's amazing.
James Caan's character, he was still trying to get the freaking knives out of his hands. He was trying to bite them out and everything, and then Goldberg grabs the turkey because he was complaining about the turkey earlier in the scene, talking about how it was all dried up and nasty. He looked nasty.
He says this. He's getting ready to pray, and he's like, please God, don't let this bird taste like a shoe, like it did last year.
So convincing too. But unfortunately, Goldberg wanted him to pay, and he grabbed that turkey leg.
Yeah.
And shoved it in his mouth and then slammed it on the table, and that was it. Like that was the opening scene. Amazing opening sequence.
5 stars. The opening.
Because you wouldn't think that James Caan was starring in a movie like that. Like he was, hey, I'll star in this real fast. Like he's
I know
at that time, or still, A-list actor. So wow.
Yeah, for sure. But I was dying, man. I was rolling, and
so you were
really having a good time. Oh, I was hooked, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Just the blatant murder and all that stuff. It was just so entertaining.
One of the things this movie shines at are the kills. The kills are some of the kills are like, whoa, okay, that's good. That's good. They have some great ideas. So
yeah, fun and creative, for sure. But yeah, let's get into the story just a little bit here.
okay.
Let's see here. Oh man, that old lady! I was so happy that old lady got killed, man.
Dude, she was over the top, wasn't she? Over the top. The old lady was over the top with how crazy she was. Like, man, that's what I'm talking about. People, if they don't,
there's people like that though, real life.
Yeah, they never have a significant other. They're pissed off, and they get to their older years, and they become like that.
Yeah,
man. So
oh man,
she was something.
So we get introduced to our lead here, even though Bill Goldberg's really the lead, but Douglas Smith plays Nicholas Ulson, and then we have his grandpa played by the great Robert Culp.
Yep.
And then we have Emile de Ravin plays Mary. That's like his
Mary Mack. Yep.
Here. Right. And but yeah, his boss is like a little deli he works at, and his boss, played by Saul Rubinek, plays Mr. Green. They're just hanging out doing their thing, and this old lady, man, I said, oh God, she was just like, fuck this and fuck that and fuck you and fuck your grandpa.
Yeah,
that's the whole theme of the whole small town, is everybody thinks Robert Culp is insane. They think the little kid's grandpa's nuts. But well, she's leaving. We have the deli boss. He's all like, "Merry Christmas," and she turns around. She goes, "Merry Christmas," and go fuck yourself. And then she turns and looks at Mary. She goes, "You fucking whore."
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, dude. I got so much enjoyment of her dying. And you want to talk about her death?
Yeah, her death was pretty awesome, too. And I love how the whole sequence played out. So pretty much she's driving on the road slow. And Bill Goldberg, with his sleigh, comes down. He's trying to get her to move out of the way. And she's all driving all slow and slowing him down. And he pretty much just rams her. And her car flies over the little slope, snow slope, and turns over and catches on fire. And it's just so funny how the sequence looks when the car turns up. Because if you remember back in the 80s, every time a car flipped over in a movie, it would blow up.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no, it just caught on fire. It didn't blow up. But, I was expecting that blow up scene.
I was waiting for it to blow up, too.
Yeah. But
remember Goldberg, what he said to her?
Move, bitch. Get out the way. Like, yeah.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Yeah, great. And he, with gliding down in his hell deer. Every time you had those faraway shots, and you see Killer Santa riding his hell deer in the background of the movie, always made me laugh, man, because it was just so funny.
It is, man.
It was just so funny looking. But yeah, now we have our rampage, and then we're going to find out later why Santa's going around murking motherfuckers. But man, we just have a whole montage of just entertaining carnage, death, all this crazy stuff. I think one of my favorite kills is when we go to this because it's Christmas Day now. So we go to this random family, and you got these two asshole kids. Like, dude, I'm telling you this right now. If I talk to my parents like these kids talk to their parents, bro, Samurai Guy would not be alive. Okay? There'll be no Samurai Guy today. If I looked at my parents and be like, where are the motherfucking presents?
That's insane, right?
Oh my God, dude. I would be dead. I would be dust. Like, laser eyes, Superman style. That'd be the end of that. But yeah, but about fucking gifts, right? And then Goldberg had it ready for him. They just blew the fuck up. This was great.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Right in your face, kid.
Oh, it was great. And
that was your favorite. Oh yeah,
that was one of my favorite kills. Yeah,
she was like,
yeah.
"Fuck!"
Like, yeah, the grandma
shot.
What's
funny?
Yeah,
I just wanted to go over one of my favorite. What do they call it when Santa's like I guess they're just checking charity, like they had the Santa Claus take the charity or whatever like that.
Yeah, the like the Salvation Army kettlebells and stuff.
Bill Goldberg went there and took the other Santa's place, and one guy thought he could mug him and whatever like that. And that was like the best part, man, for me, because he had a candy cane in his mouth. He shoved the candy cane right in his eyeball, threw him to the ground. And the whole scene is like a brutal and everything like that. Then he picks him up and he throws him into the trash can, and the door closes. It was perfect. I was like, yes, dude. Great. Like, it was a satisfying kill. It was over the top.
Sure.
All these kills are over the top, but that's what you love about this
movie. That's what makes it fun, though. You know, that's what makes it fun for sure. But yeah, these little shits got it. I was so happy. So happy they got it. And then then we get to introduce a little bit to the townsfolk here. And I was busting up at the horrible preacher they had and the church there. Hold on a second here. Before that, we get introduced to the Book of Claws. That's right.
Explaining what... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You can talk about it. Go ahead.
I barely remember it, but I remember they were saying that a woman gave birth to 3 children. 2 were angels, and 1 was pretty much.
Well, this like in the history of man. This is the crazy grandpa talking.
Oh, his story.
Because there were in the history of man. There were 2 immaculate conceptions. You had the birth of Jesus, and then you had the birth of the son of Satan, Santa. And every anniversary of Santa's birth, there were so many killings for some reason. And then you find out a little bit later when we get to the other reveal. But this was like the first reveal of the Book of Claws, and Grandpa's trying to educate, Nicholas. And of course, Nicholas is like, "Oh, this fool is crazy. This fool's got a bunker, with screens. What is going on with this crazy old man?" But yeah, we get introduced to Mary a little bit later. She comes to hang out with Nicholas, and she gives him a transformer pistol.
Dude, it was awesome. This scene was hilarious. Like, she handed him he opened it up and it was a gun. He said, "What the hell? Are you crazy? What the hell did you use this for?" Yeah. She said, "No." And then it was a gun. It was a transformer, but still, it looked hella real. I was like, man.
I was like, "Where's that transformer toy? I want that." A straight up Glock or something. Like, oh, it's a transformer. Here you go. And he took that, and little things like that were pretty funny. But the church pastor, man, he's so horrible. Like, he's in there, and the guy did a great job playing the corrupt pastor. And he's all like, "We need to start giving," the passing around the collection plate, and he's like, "We need to start giving to the needy." Mm-hmm. He's like, and he's all like, "All I see is coins in that plate." He's like, "Come on, let's get some bills in there." I was like, "Oh, this guy, man." And then later he goes to the strip club called. Remember the name of the strip club?
What was it called? I'm trying to remember.
Gold Diggers. That was the name of the strip club.
Gold Diggers. Wow. So the Gold Diggers part was pretty hilarious because he pulls up in his sled, and you can see the reindeer pretty close on that part. Actually, it's actually like a buffalo or something like that. And
he calls it a hell deer, but I thought it was it looked like an ox or buffalo,
or something.
It a hell deer,
and he tosses the guy something, the park it. The guy's
valet,
like, he's like, okay. He actually tried to do. Nobody in their right mind would try to park that thing, but he got in and tried. And as soon as he got in, he knew he made a mistake when it zoomed off and he fell in the back. And then the bouncer didn't want to let him in because I guess the way he was dressed, so you can't get in here. And that's all it took for him to say, like, put his hand on. I think the Goldberg punched him, or the guy touched Santa first, and then that's it. Like, he went off on him. Like, he socked him, choked him out with a reef, and he choked him with a reef. The reef, he killed him with a reef, and the guy's eyes were like bludgeoned pretty much. He was dead.
Yeah,
it was so hilarious.
He choked him out pretty bad.
He gets in there in the bar after that. He sees one of the girls there. He gives her a kiss, and the girl's like all disgusted. He said, "Hey, mistletoe," you know what I mean? And she's like, "Oh, all right." But the other bouncer doesn't like that because you're not supposed to touch the girls or whatever like that.
Hoes.
So that other bouncer comes after Goldberg, and then you start this big fight scene in the whole thing, and it's like it was very silly, especially the part where the girl was on the swing and Goldberg jumped into her crotch. What the hell, dude?
My favorite. But yeah, it gets a little bit of action for sure, some more kills. But my favorite, he's getting ready to grab the stripper pole to use it, but the stripper slid down the pole. So before he grabs the pole, he pulls this out of nowhere and starts spraying and wiping down the pole.
He is hella repulsed too.
Bro, I was dying, man. I was dying, man. I was like, this fool brought out the disinfectant first before he picks the pole up, and it starts wrecking shop for sure, man. People
that guy right there,
yeah,
is one of the best kills in the movie too.
Oh yeah. He got impaled, electrocuted. Yeah, he got fucked up for sure.
Yeah, man.
Oh, but just fun. And the pastor, don't forget, the pastor came in here first, doing his thing before he ran out later. But Santa catches up with him later for sure. But just dude, like I think when I was already amazed with the beginning of the film. I'm just going back to when we like first watched it for the first time because remember we wanted to shit all over it, right? I think we were on board after this. Like we gave in. We're like, okay, this movie's awesome now.
Yeah,
we gave in, and then just
more. Nobody's safe too, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. But whatchamacallit? Oh, don't forget the hell deer ate the valet.
That's right. All that was left was his freaking hat. That was all that was left, and man,
yeah, fun little practical effects too on the hell deer. That was kind of fun. He just coughs it up, like just spits up the hat.
But before that, though, when the whole sequence of the bar fight was ending, Goldberg was about to leave, and everybody's all like scared and quiet. And it was such a weird scene too. I meant to say this before: is that all these random guys start trying to attack Goldberg. I was like, dude, what are you messing with him? Just the bouncers. If you got beef with the bouncers, just let them handle it. If I was in a strip club, I'm not going to go in there and try to fight some crazy that comes in there unless he's coming at me.
No.
So I thought that'd
be time to roll out.
I thought that was kind of weird. These guys are randomly trying to go in and attack him, like they're seeing what he's doing to everybody. Like, dude, what's wrong with you guys? But anyways, as he was about to leave, and this is so random too. It looked like he's about to leave. They were terrified, and he looks back and he grabs a grenade out of his pocket. And he fires up the grenade and just tosses it in there. It's like a fire grenade. And the whole place catches on fire, and he leaves everybody. They all get killed from that, and he just dips out. And it's like he killed like there 20 people up in there.
He looks at the strippers that were still in there, and he goes, naughty. And then that's when he throws the grenade. Thanks for reminding me of that one. I was getting ready to move on to the next scene. But yeah, just constant rampaging. The cops are idiots. They don't know what's going on. Of course, they're not going to listen to Nicholas. They're not going to listen to him telling them the truth and all that stuff. And especially they're not going to listen to the grandpa. But here's some more Goldberg fan love here. I'll let you talk about this scene.
Oh, man.
Spear!
Everybody is so pumped for this. So this is the meat shop pretty much where the, what's his name? Mr. Green works. Mr. Green, pretty nice guy. But he was closed because he was cutting up meat pretty much. And Goldberg wanted in. And he said, hey, get out of here. Go to the place across the street. And Goldberg didn't like that. That's the only thing it took him to set him out and say no. So he broke the glass. He turned the closed sign to open. And the guy's like, what's going on here? And then Goldberg just runs and spears him through the freaking meat shelf.
Spear!
And it's awesome, too, because you don't even see it coming. And then you see wow, dude, they're putting his signature moves in the movie, man. This is fantastic. And
I think he did the Goldberg front kick too to kick the door open first.
Yeah, I think he might have too. He might have. Yeah, he probably did. But this kill was probably another brutal kill because this guy, he grabbed the candle, one of those 6 candle holders or whatever like that.
Yeah.
And he stabbed the guy through the neck, impaled him on the wall through his neck. And the guy's just hanging there. And I'm thinking, wow, man. How the heck can that? I mean, it's so hard that he held the guy with it. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's such a brutal scene. And then it's even worse when you find out the guy was still alive. He just passed out because I think the kids find him later on. And then
Nicholas finds him, but he moves it and he tells him, Santa's real, and then he dies.
But that was his demise.
Spear! Goldberg's.
That's awesome.
Was it Goldberg's 5,000-0? What was his ridiculous record? 10,000-0.
I forgot. It was crazy. The spear is such a cool move because it's so fast and it's not over the top pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a football tackle, which is outstanding.
Yeah.
It's I love that move, and I love that they put it in the movie and they made it look so like cinematic like that, like the glass breaking.
It was fun. Great. It was fun. I could have sworn I heard a small sliver of his theme song in the score of the movie. I may be hearing things, but I could have sworn towards the end of the movie they just threw in da, 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 and that's it. Like I could be overthinking, but I was like, is that his theme of the the WWE version, the bullshit version? But I was like, is that his theme song? Did they throw his theme song in there for like 3 seconds? But my only nitpick was I wanted to see him wreck the entire police precinct.
Yeah, they seem to like cut their budget on that part, because this is the part where they kind of like he kills one person, and then later on it just shows everybody else like dead or whatever like that in certain positions or whatnot. So that
the chief of police right here, he's getting ready to get tased in the balls to death.
It's horrible.
And then you see him walk out, and all the cops are wrecked.
Yeah,
they're all wrecked. I would
have
been
has like arrows piercing his body, like damn near like 10, 12 arrows. It would have been a cool scene to have, but I think they ran out their budget, kind of like messed them up right there by that point.
And we were spoiled, after watching, Lady Terminator having like a 50 body count police precinct shootout.
That movie,
we kind of spoiled from that. But yeah, I mean, at least it shows still the carnage is going on for sure. I mean, especially this scene was just him coming down, chasing after.
I forgot about that
pastor.
One. Yeah, he got him good right there. Wow, dude.
For a second, I was getting scared that when I was rewatching this, because I haven't seen it in years. For a second, I was scared the pastor was going to live.
No,
because there were several times, he had run-ins with Santa, and he didn't die. But thankfully, he died at the end of the movie. Thankfully, because I was like, "Come on,
they remembered him."
Go ahead.
So I'm trying to think of another scene that came out after this. So I think the scene when the kids were in the truck.
And they were trying to drive away, yeah.
Hopefully we're going in the good right order. But they were driving in the truck, and all of a sudden there's a police car that wants them to pull over and stop. And he go out and look at it, and there's a Santa Claus. He's like, "What the heck? Go!" And then little Goldberg starts running after him, and he catches him. He catches onto the car, and he's hanging on, and they're trying to get him off. They barely shot him with a shotgun just to knock him off of there. Yeah. But then when that happened, he still was after him because he called his reindeer Hail Deer, and it was there in an instant, and then chased them all the way to their house, and that's where the grandfather was, and that's what he kind of started to understand. I think his grandfather started explaining to him what was going on and why he was the way he was, and why he has a shelter and all that stuff,
scoring points for me while the chase was happening. Santa, was throwing gifts. Exploding gifts.
That's right. I forgot to say that.
Throwing exploding gifts down towards their vehicle.
And
they were trying to get away with the snowmobile. They were on a snowmobile. That's right. That which happened later. This happened later. I jumped a gun here, but I couldn't help but talk about this.
Mm-hmm. Like pretty much grenade presence. Pretty much. It was pretty insane.
Oh, it was great.
And he was chucking them too, so they were in real danger here. You know, so no brakes or whatnot like that. So
the big reveal here, which again, I was like, you know what? They actually put an effort. I mean, for a small budget movie, they actually put an effort, especially when it gets to, we go back to the Book of Klaus, and they tell the tale in the style of whatchamacallit. Hold on, let me find it. I wrote it down here. Rankin and Bass animation movies. I'm sure all you guys have, well, maybe not the younglings today, but when we were younglings, we had the Rankin and Bass, Frosty the Snowman and all those old animated movies. That style of animation, they actually did a pretty good job mimicking that. They mimicked that when it was pretty impressive, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
did a good job.
Look at that. Mm-hmm. But we get our flashback here, and the grandpa's telling the story. So we have an angel that came down in human form as an old man, and he basically challenges Santa, and they make a bet. And basically, if Santa loses the bet, he has to basically love children and give them gifts for the next 1,000 years. So Santa loses the bet. And so this whole time, that's the only reason Santa's been good and nice, is because it's part of the bet. You can't get out of it. But now the 1,000 years is up. It's over now. So that's why Santa's been rampaging, because he's free, and that's why he's been killing everybody.
Making everybody pay.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was really impressed with this. I was like, oh man, they did a really good job.
It deserved a lot of points for that. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Oh yeah. So yeah, I forgot. I was skipping forward here. Him killing the gorilla press slam.
That's right. He freaking. So when the kids got to the house before they met, right when they were talking to the grandfather, he was outside because these people were Christmas caroling pretty much, and he came up behind them and just started like brutally like attacking these people and killing them. And she was the last one that he killed. He picked gorilla press and just dropped her, and she broke her neck on the stairs. It was so crazy how it looked. But man, they're not pulling any punches in this movie, man. The gorilla press, you don't really see. The person that did that move a lot back in the day was the Ultimate Warrior. Like that was a signature move, the gorilla press.
Right.
You got caught in that, it was over pretty much in the splash, and you're done. But seeing Goldberg do it just reminded me of that move. You don't see wrestlers. You really see wrestlers do the gorilla press anymore these days? Maybe Brock Lesnar maybe did it. I mean,
if they do it, it's not like a finisher.
Yeah, it's just,
the Warriors. It was a finisher. If they do it, it's like one of their moves. To show off basically. But yeah, I was enjoying that. Gorilla press slam, broke her neck, crack. She's done. No more carolers. He goes in the house and then he chases after the kids. Well, at first before that he runs over the grandpa with the hell deer, and he goes, "Grandpa got ran over by a reindeer." He says that. So you think, actually, physical body, Grandpa's dead. He's dead. Mm-hmm. And then you have the big reveal later that Grandpa is actually the angel who came down to Earth and gave up everything to be with a human female. That's why he's chilling on Earth. But yeah, so he's kind of been this whole time. He's been preparing for Santa's rampage the best that he could. But yeah, so more exploding bombs. Throwing it from the top.
Look how insane he looks in that gift. It's like, man, like he looked like he's like a killer. Like seriously, like man.
Oh, hold on a second. I kind of jumped the gun here.
Did we?
So okay, no, we're on the right track, but I forgot to mention this. All right, so my bootleg notes over here. So the kids blowing up, right? Goldberg, Santa fucking up a Jesus statue. Mm-hmm. And the nativity scene, okay. We have the deli spear and boss death, candlestick death moment. Mm-hmm. Tiny Lister, our boy Tiny Lister, shows up in the cameo.
He did. It was a pretty cool cameo too, because
at a gas station. And I love his line because the kid's like, "What are you doing out here?" He's like, "Hey man, the hood got what did he say? The hood got too
much damn violence in the hood or something like that."
And he's out there,
and the kid
was so
the kid
so
bought some gum on him called smoking gum. That was all he had left because Santa in the movie, Bill Goldberg actually killed the delivery driver in the club, so a lot of their deliveries weren't made. So all they had was this gum called smoking gum. The kid said, "All right, I'll buy it," and then something happened. He ran out. He didn't get his change, and Tiny Zeus Lester is pretty much so happy to have change that he could keep. He said, "Man, he said something like Merry Christmas" or something like that. It was hilarious. Yeah, but it was a cool scene to see him in it because everybody remembers him as Debo.
I know, man, Debo, son. R.I.P. Lister, but yeah, it's always fun seeing that dude show up in movies, even if it's a little awkward, odd cameos like this. But it was funny. Yeah, I love when he showed up. They had like hip hop music playing in the background.
Yeah, so that it's funny. Somebody at my old job, there's a vending machine that didn't work, and it would take people's money pretty much. Our stuff would get stuck in it. And somebody put a picture of him on there and saying, "What changed?" Like kind of like in the movie how you said Friday, "What changed?" Like what?
Yeah.
So they put "What changed" on it. It's hilarious because they put on the vending machine that always like takes people's money and all that stuff.
That's hilarious.
So yeah,
that's funny. But yeah, my bootleg notes over here. All the carnage that we've experienced in the fun leading up to the deli spear and the kill. We were 35 minutes into the movie. 35, yeah. That is insane. Strong. Yeah. That is insane. All the carnage happening, and we're only 35 minutes in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep it going here. So then we have our finale chase. Right. Let me see here. And
that was funny.
The angel, the grandpa, he shows up, and they do another bet. And of course, Goldberg, Santa's like, "Fuck you and your fucking bet. I'm sending you straight to hell."
Yeah.
I enjoyed him trying to run them over with a snowmobile, which was kind of fun as well. And of course, I mean, the crazier the movie gets, the more fun it is. I mean, we got Santa shooting fireballs out of his mouth.
So that kid right there, it was crazy because when Santa was I think he was in the library part, and he grabbed one of the books and he threw it at the kid. Like when Santa throws something at you in this movie, it's pretty much is a death sentence, pretty much. But he just hurt the kid. I thought that was kind of odd that the kid didn't.
It was like a smoke grenade.
Yeah, it was just like really weird
yeah.
or something like that. Like it didn't hurt him or whatever like that. But yeah, anyways, so yeah.
But yeah, smoke grenade, and then he threw the book at him. What book was that? Was it? I forgot the name.
It was a book. He said something about it real fast, and he just tossed it and it hit the kid in the head. He's like, "Oh, I'm Disney."
I know this is gonna sound bad. I know this is gonna sound bad, but I kind of wanted the kid to die. To be, I kind of didn't mind it. I wouldn't have minded it. But I know he's one of those.
You kind of knew he wasn't because when the second half of the movie starts to focus on their characters more and their kind of his relationship with the other girl, and they become our main. Well, they're the main characters, so they're trying to focus on like them. I don't know. It would have been a shock if one of them got killed. It would have been cool, but yeah.
I get it. He's supposed to be. He's one of those characters. He's supposed to be annoying and self-centered and all that, but then later he finds his worth and he becomes the hero. Blah 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 blah. I get it. He's one of those characters. I don't know. I wouldn't have minded if he died.
It would have worked. They could have killed him if they did it like this. If they killed him and then he came back as an angel, all happy later. That would have worked. Probably that would have worked. But
but then he couldn't get with the girl.
Right.
Get with the girl. So
would have wanted them to get together. So.
I will let you tell the ending here. So, how did they defeat Goldberg?
So they did another bet on how they did it before, where they had to they had to. What were those things they were throwing? I forgot what they were again. They had to throw these little. I don't know what the hell they were. They were some kind of like.
Well, he tricked him. He said, "Hey, let's do the bet again."
Yeah, they did the bet, but the items they were using to kind of like do it because there's a hole and you had to like throw the item.
I forgot the name of those things.
But anyways, they had to throw these items, and the grandfather threw the item far enough where it didn't get into the hole, so he was in a good position and he was about to win it. But Goldberg decides to change the rules towards the end. Instead of using the item, he uses the grandfather and throws him at the item, and the grandfather's item goes in with his body as well. So Goldberg wins because of that. And what happened was the grandfather was somehow hanging on, and while they were fighting Goldberg, there's that scene where what was in that gun that the kid had or whatever he threw at Goldberg, because Goldberg threw a fireball like out of his mouth, and then
it was a wood what is it the wood cracker
something like
Nutcracker, the Nutcracker.
But here's the thing too about them: the kids were all trying to survive another hour when Christmas ends, where he would have to give up trying to kill him, but Santa had explained to him that, hey, man, the time zones are different in the North Pole, whatever like that. So, I got plenty of time to kill you. So that's pretty crazy, dude.
Like, technically, I can stop Christmas when I'm ready, basically.
Pretty much. So it's pretty insane. So, I'm totally going blank with how they beat him. Because
how they beat him was, her Mary, her father, they're all, and her friends are all hunters.
Mm-hmm.
So they go out there and convince all the hunters, like, hey, you guys, your dream kill is coming, flying reindeer.
Oh, that's right. Because I'm thinking of it. Okay. So he actually left after he thought the grandfather died, and he left the whole thing, and then he went flying, and that's when they saved him. And they went and told the hunters, hey, you guys should shoot up there. They shot up there, and that's how they
missed. They missed, and then Mary's dad showed up with a bazooka.
Oh, that's right. Hey, look what I got here. He was all happy about it and everything.
And blew up Goldberg. Oh, you think Santa's dead. Mm-hmm. The pastor he finally dies. He gets impaled, which was great. I was like, finally, thank God. And then, of course, the lovebirds get together and blah, 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 blah. And, happy days are here again.
Here's a funny scene, though, I had to bring up, though, because when they all lovey-dovey, she said, she told him, like I think she hit him or he hit her or something like that. She said, you hit like a girl. And then, it's supposed to be funny. Then he says, you kiss like a guy. And I was like, what the hell? Like, how do you know that? Dude, it was kind of an awkward scene. I was like, dude, how do you think it was like you kiss like a guy? What the fuck?
I think they both looked at each other like, what?
Yeah, it was an awkward moment,
Yeah,
but it was just kind of funny though.
Yeah, it was funny for sure. And then Santa then joins Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. or he might join the Mayans.
Sons of Anarchy show. He's a regular on the show now with Jax.
He looks more of like a Mayan, though. Don't you think he should join the Mayans?
Hey, that's true, actually. That's true. He does love it. But yeah, he's going to Canada, son. Santa's not dead. He lives, and he's going to Canada.
There could be a sequel. At least it opened up for a sequel because he doesn't die in a way. It's open-ended. I mean, they can, they want to, So
yeah. Did you see they won't now, but did you see the scene after the end credits?
No, I totally forgot.
I let the credits go, and we get this at the end.
That's right. Okay, I remember that. Yeah. See, that's another his line. Who's next? So look right there. There could be a sequel still. Goldberg still looks pretty good. Like he's 54 years old. He's in good shape. He could be Santa Claus.
You know what? Yeah. Now that he's still in shape. So they could do a Santa slate too.
Yeah.
And we will definitely be there to watch it, man. But yeah, I had a blast revisiting this movie. I haven't watched it in years. But it definitely goes on the list. If Samurai Guy makes a video in the future of movies that kick my ass, Santa Slay will go on there. And what I mean by that is movies I thought was going to suck hard. I was ready to dog it and make fun of it, and I was actually entertained. So that's what I mean by that. So Santa Slay would definitely have to go on there. Maybe I'll do a video like that in the future. We'll see.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, it was definitely fun revisiting this with you. Now talking it over with you again. How do you feel about it now?
Talk about it with you really helped. Maybe it's just me getting older and a little bit more grumpy, like the old man pops out in you, like, this movie's too long or whatever like that. But that is my only gripe with the movie, to be honest with you, is that it stays.
The second half.
The second half is a little bit drawn out, and they focus too much on the kids. Where the way it starts off so strong, it's got to keep going. It's got to go that way to the end because the way it started, man. I mean, Goldberg killing all these people. It should have more focused on him. If they added that police station scene into the movie, like didn't cut that up, that would have helped out a lot. And a couple other scenes. But that's my only gripe about it because I really enjoyed this movie.
So before we give our final review, our final rating. So remember, Cult Classic Reviews, we have 3 different tiers. And usually I forgot to get the public in on this. I didn't have time to have them vote as well, but we'll get you on the next one, guys. So we have the bottom tier, trash. Nothing about this, not one redeeming value at all.
Neither Lepus.
Right, Neither the Lepus. Okay? I need to find a GIF of Neither the Lepus, so every time you say that, I got to play it, put on screen. So trash, not one redeeming value, right? Trash bin. Second tier is whether you really liked it or you didn't really care for it, you could still agree that it deserves its cult status. It deserves its cult status. Okay?
Okay.
Right? Or for whatsoever reason whatsoever, if that made any sense, you found this movie ridiculously entertaining, and that is cult classic status. That's the top. Okay? So that's the 3. So I think I might be generous today, man. I think I'm going to be generous.
Yeah.
Okay. But you go first.
Honestly, you can see the effort they put into this movie to make it not just some regular release to home video. They really wanted it to be something special. They wanted you to laugh. They wanted to have dark humor in it. And I think they got all that. My only problem was that it just dragged a little bit towards the end. But it's definitely a cult classic.
Oh, look at that.
That status. Oh,
look at that. I thought Reggie was going to go cult status, not cult classic. All right. Look at that.
We need more movies like this.
I pressured you. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, when you sometimes it happens when you revisit a movie, you look at it differently after so many years has gone by. You even either hate it and you go, what the hell was I thinking? Or you'd be like, oh man, what the hell was I thinking hating this movie a long time ago, right? But when you talk it over, sometimes, as Sumo says here, 'tis the season to be generous.
That's funny.
So, Samurai Guy, I was in between cult status and cult classic. I was going back and forth. I'm gonna be generous, man. I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna say Santa Slay deserves cult status. Excuse me,
Hi,
cult
everybody.
classic
Welcome
status.
Okay.
What was that?
My YouTube went off for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why that did that.
You getting haunted there? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Cult classic. We will be generous today. Definitely deserves that status in our opinion. And it kind of sucks the director only made this movie. I really wish he did more, So,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Samurai Guy will reach out to the guy and
Talk to us. Hey, what's going on with it?
We'll have him on the show. We'll see. I mean, I'll try to do that for sure. Reggie, always a blast, my friend. I can't wait to do more of these with you. And thank all you badasses for watching and hanging out with Samurai Guy and the Radical One. And don't forget to subscribe to Radical Reggie. Information is in the description box below of this video. And if you're new here, like, share, and subscribe. Samurai Guy's video. Thank you for joining in and having fun, hanging out, talking about these crazy, insane movies, man. Because it's fun to have that, what do you call it? A healthy diet, a healthy movie diet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
definitely.
You can have your lean chicken, with your kale once in a while, or you can have some Mickey D's. As long as you have variety, hey, that's all that matters, man. Can't have Mickey D's all the time. But yeah, splice it up. Throw on Santa Slay right after you get done watching Citizen Kane. It's good for you.
There you go.
Right after you get done watching 12 Angry Men, hey, Lady Terminator, baby. That's how Samurai Guy rolls. That's how we roll in this house. Variety. That's right. Yeah, we got to do another one. Me and Reggie will talk after we get offline here.
Yep.
Which will be the next one. We'll have to discuss that. As of right now, me and Joe Valley, that's right, from Media Glitch, are going to be reviewing the newest Resident Evil movie this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. All right, Samurai Guy's got to go check it out tomorrow. We tried to get Reggie in on it, but if
I can find a copy before for Wednesday, I'll try to join.
All right. But yeah, me and Joel Valley, stay tuned, guys. We're going to be reviewing that Wednesday, Resident Evil, and Thursday's Versus. I haven't posted it yet, but we got a fun Versus episode this week as well. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Take care. More Scrapping with Samurai episodes are coming too. Us checking out fight sequences. And we see all you badasses on the next one. Take care. Ho, ho, hoes.